Uganda ratified the Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities on the 25th of September 2008. The framework requires that government ensures equality and non-discrimination, participation of persons with disabilities in decision-making by way of representation, eradicating violence against them, and making sure that PWDs get to enjoy equal employment opportunities. On this, Honorable Madada said commendable progress has been made by the government.
If you are going to give evidence as a witness, there are some requirements. And you see, you need to identify the person in case they are parading them up. But that was very insensitive for a person who is blind. You could not be able to point out that this is the person. So under that law, we are providing an amendment that you can give witness by using another method than just point at that person. Otherwise, a blind person will not be able. I can identify you by your voice. That was not catered for under the Magistrates Act.
Honorable Madada said concerns of PWDs have been incorporated into existing legal frameworks, for example, the Mentor and PWDs Bill. According to the minister, this has enabled the vulnerable group to access education and financing, hence addressing the once high levels of unemployment.
Under Article 34 of the Constitution, it is clearly stated that the right to education of a child is a responsibility of the state and the parent. If you don't do this, you will be unconstitutional and the law will follow you up. You must ensure that this child is well treated, is given all opportunities. When you look at all other laws, to ensure that these children have equal rights.
However, the program's manager at the Human Rights Union of Disabled Persons of Uganda, Esther Chozira, says success reached a far cry to the needs and aspirations of PWDs.
The monitoring committees that government established are not utilized to go down to the ground to see that the people who are being given the money are actually using it for the purpose. So meaning that you find the chairpersons of those committees, of the associations, taking the grant, or you find some groups were just put there by some district officials saying that they are groups of persons with disabilities, yet they don't exist. So those are some of the things that governments need to check out and correct.
Key among the issues of contention is the fact that many buildings, from commercial structures to offices of government institutions, PWDs continue to struggle to access them because they lack ramps for wheelchairs.
Occupation, House and Safety Act. Before a building is occupied, the Ministry of Gender, Labour and Social Development is supposed to inspect and give permission to this. Currently, this process has started.
But we see many of them around Kampala, even outside Kampala, coming up. And who is responsible for monitoring to ensure that the right plans, the right accessibility is provided for persons with disabilities? That is not clear. So we cannot say that government has done enough.
Ms. Chozira says government has the mandate to create a conducive environment for PWDs to live happily with the rest of the community.
We want government to do really a lot in terms of promoting the rights of persons with disabilities. We appreciate government has put up a number of laws in different areas, but having laws alone does not help to enforce the enjoyment of rights of persons with disabilities. For instance, in terms of monitoring and supervising, the accessibility standards is still lacking.
The Uganda National Cultural Policy, among its priority areas of interventions, promotes beliefs, values, customs and traditions that enhance human dignity and to act on customs that impugn on this dignity. Andrew Kagwa, WBS TV in Kampala.